Good morning. So let us start with the next concept in the Companies Act. One very big chapter called as the board meetings was entirely completed, including all interpretation points yesterday. Yesterday's class was very, very important because they covered all kinds of circulars and interpretations and case laws majorly. So those are very important for the exams. Yesterday's discussion will form part of some number of marks in examination. So very, very important yesterday's session. Once after completion, we are now going into the next concept called as the powers of the board. Major issue in this particular area, powers of the board of directors. Okay. So what will be the contents of this area? Let us first see. See there on the board, everyone. What are all the contents of board powers? First one. See there. Powers of the board is having three categories totally. First one. General board of directors power is the first category. Second category. Board powers with restrictions. And the third one will be board powers with heavy fund outflow. That means whenever company is having a outflow, automatically shareholders will have an interest to know about how they are getting used in the company. Clear? Therefore, that will be the third set. I repeat once again, we are going to start with an area called as a board powers, in which the first area is the general board powers. What basically the powers of the board will be said in 179. Restrictions to the board powers. Board has to do, however, subjected to certain conditions and restrictions. That was discussed in 180, 181, 182 and 183. Clear? Lastly, board powers with heavy fund outflow. The following sections are worth noting in that area. See there. First one is section number 185. Next one. 186 read with section number 187. 186 is the power, 187 will be the registers. Okay, next continue. 188 read with section 189. Next one. 184 read with section 189 and 193. Next one. Section number 192. Clear? So 189, 193 is there. Observe, 173 we started. 176 not completed. Because 176 we will be completing in section 149. Okay, when 149 section comes, we need to complete two incomplete issues. Okay, number one will be 174 quorum concept of subsection 2 we didn't complete. At the time I said we will be going on with this in section 149. Do you remember or not? That one. And next issue, when we complete 149, our next target is to complete 176. 173 frequency of the board meetings. 174 will be quorum. 175 RBC. 177, 178 committees. But in middle one thing is missing there. Am I clear? 176. That will be covered in 149. Clear everyone? There will be a heavy linkage with 149. There we will be covering those issues. So the main issue that I want to cover is, we are going to start with this. If you can observe here, please see the board. If you can observe here, it is very pertinent to note that 190, 191 is missing. See there. 190, 191. Those two sections will be talking about managing directors, whole-time directors and managers. Whole-time directors and managers. That we will cover not here, will be covered in a chapter called as managing directors, whole-time directors, manager. There is a separate chapter for them. Clear or not everyone? There we will discuss those two sections as a connection. Everyone understood the concept? So we are not going to cover two sections here, one section there. All of them will be covered when we start with directors next. Clear? So then you will get the full clarity on the missing concepts. So here our target is to complete the following sections. Tell me what are the sections we are going to cover in this set. 179. What is 179? General board powers. Next one, 180, 180, 181, 182, 183. Those are called as board powers with some restrictions. Board only has to do, but there are some restrictions they need to comply with. Next one, board powers with a heavy fund outflow. Technically, all the sections on the third set introduced by the Companies Act 2013. Satyam company scam happened on all these sections. Clear? Previously, old Companies Act also have some of the sections here, but they are not so stringent and strong enough to catch the frauds. So now you can understand when we come to those sections, really it will be clear, it will be prima facie understandable that section brought for Satyam company. Are you understanding or not? Technically, if you see the section itself, you can understand on the face of it. Okay, Satyam company scam dini meede kada ani telisipotundi chadavangane. Technically, to curb their practices, fraud practices in the form of loans, etc., these sections came into effect. Clear? So anyway, one thing, in all the cases, last set, all the cases, there will be diversion of funds. There will be diversion of funds. That diversion of funds can be legal or illegal. To catch that legality, those sections are introduced. Clear? So therefore, last set, 45 to 50 times asked in examinations. మామూలుగా అరాచకం ఇంక ఎగ్జామ్లో క్వశ్చన్లో కూడా ఏమి డైరెక్ట్గా రైట్ అబౌట్ 185 అండు క్వశ్చన్ చూస్తుంటేనే భయం వేస్తూ ఉంటుంది ఎగ్జామ్లో, ఇంత ఉంటుంది ఒక్కొక్కటి. సో క్వశ్చన్ ఇట్ సెల్ఫ్ విల్ బి రన్నింగ్ ఇన్ టు 2 pages. Very, very important. I'm not just telling it is important. Hardcore concepts of Companies Act. This set. Okay? Absent అయ్యారంటే నేను చెప్తున్నా, ఓన్లీ థింగ్ దట్ ఐ కెన్ డూ ఈజ్ 2 minutes సైలెన్స్. అంతే. అబ్సెంట్ అయినా నేను 2 నిమిషాలు మౌనం పాటించగలను అంతే, ఇంకా అంతకన్నా నేను చేయలేను. సో ప్లీజ్ ట్రై టు అండర్స్టాండ్ క్లియర్లీ. వెరీ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్. ఈ మొత్తం సెట్ మొత్తం ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఎగ్జామ్కి. So therefore, please listen carefully. This is very, very important area that we are going to start. Board meetings chapter, even though if you are absent, not an issue. If you read, you can understand at least. పక్కనైనా చెప్తారు కనీసం. అది కౌశిక్ ముకేష్ చెప్పాలి. అది అండర్స్టాండింగ్ అవ్వాలి. అది చాలా వెరైటీగా ఉంటాయండి ఆ సెక్షన్స్ అన్ని. So therefore, to be very, very clear on the concept, those are very difficult sections. So therefore, we have to start with 179, end with section 192. Okay. 193 will come before 192 itself. Are you understanding or not? 193 comes before 192. So lastly we close with 192 section. Am I clear, everyone? So let us start. Please keep the heading powers of the board. Powers of the board. Write down the chart. Completed? Everyone copied that? So powers of the board, if you observe the concept, general powers, board powers with restriction, board powers with heavy fund flow or a diversion of funds. In that there are totally 6-7 sections in the last set, 4 sections in the second set, one section in the first set. We are going to start first with the first set, section number 179. Okay, please keep the heading in your notes. Section 179. Section 179. Okay, first let us come to the Bayer Act. Please see the Bayer Act, everyone. Powers of the board. What is the concept? Powers of the board. Okay, let's have a look into that. Shall we start, everyone? See there. First one. Powers of the board. Section number 179. Subsection number 1. Start. The board of directors of a company shall be entitled to exercise all such powers and to do all such acts and things as the company is authorized to exercise and do, provided that in exercising such power or doing such act or thing, the board shall be subject to the provisions contained in that behalf in this act or in the memorandum or articles or in any regulations not inconsistent therewith and duly made thereunder, including regulations made by the company in general meeting, provided further that the board shall not exercise any power or to do any act or a thing which is directed or required, whether under this act or by the memorandum or articles of the company or otherwise, to be exercised or done by the company in a general meeting. No regulation made by the company in general meeting shall invalidate any prior act of the board which would have been valid if that regulation had not been made. How beautifully the British law has drafted this. Copy paste original English Companies Act. When they started writing, whatever the text they used, as it is import of the British law. That's why the language that they use is also so valuable. Started from the very beginning. Everyone start. The board of directors of a company shall be entitled to exercise all such powers and to do all such acts and things as the company is authorized to exercise and do. Okay, that's what he said. First thing, answer my question. First thing, in a company, always there will be two different kinds of parties when it comes to a company culture. One is a directors, another one is shareholders. Now tell me, when it comes to exercise of powers, directors versus shareholders, if there is a competition in terms of exercise of powers, who is more powerful, directors or shareholders? Answers are everyone, don't sit silent. When it comes to exercising the powers in a company, who will be more powerful, directors or shareholders? Answer. This is a wrong argument together, because everyone have their own balanced powers in Companies Act. It was drafted in such a way that no one will be paid off higher, no one will be worse off lower. That means, listen carefully to the concept. I will ask you some basic questions, answer. Tell me. Answer my question now, one by one. Appointment of auditors. Okay, appointment of auditors. Who will make the appointment of auditors? మళ్ళీ ఇంకొకసారి రిపీట్ చేస్తున్నాను, కొంచెం లోకల్ ఉన్నాడు సార్. ఎక్కడ డైరెక్టర్స్ అని అడిగితే తప్పు చెప్తారేమో అనుకుని మన గురించి అడుగుతున్నా. ఇఫ్ ఐ ఆస్క్ అబౌట్ డైరెక్టర్స్, యూ మైట్ టెల్ సమ్ రాంగ్ ఆన్సర్. I just don't want to hear that. Therefore, I asked about auditors. Again, you are keeping the same silence. Okay, I am asking you, except first auditor. First auditor leave off. Who will appoint auditor? Answer. గట్టిగా. Shareholders. Appoint whom? Appoint whom? కరెక్ట్ అనిపిస్తుంది ఆన్సర్ మీకు? Do you think that is a correct answer? First auditor I am not asking. I said very clearly at the beginning itself. Who will make the appointment? Everyone? I will ask you a question now. You should answer. No wrong answers expected. Answer. We are all shareholders of a company. Okay? We are all shareholders of a company. Very good. We will go into the market, search for a good auditor, and then we will put him into the place as an auditor and we will appoint. Our selection and everything is completed by some other party. Who is that? అది మనం ఏమీ చెయ్యం. బోర్డు చేయకుండా నువ్వే వెళ్ళిపోయి తెచ్చేసావు అండి. డూ యూ నో ఆర్ నాట్ షేర్ హోల్డర్స్ విల్ అప్రూవ్ ద అపాయింట్మెంట్. బేరాక్లు అపాయింట్ అని ఎక్కడా అండు. షేర్ హోల్డర్స్ విల్ అప్రూవ్ ద అపాయింట్మెంట్. దట్ మీన్స్ ఆల్రెడీ హీ వాజ్ సెలెక్టెడ్ బై హూమ్? బోర్డ్ ఆఫ్ డైరెక్టర్స్. Without board selecting him, how could you appoint directly? You went into the market and searched for an auditor. It can never happen. Audit committee unde anduku. The other day we discussed about audit committee or not. In audit committee what we read? First point in audit committee. Functions of audit committee. First point. Don't turn pages. First one is very good. That means this is selection, remuneration, terms and conditions. Auditor will be looked after by whom? Looked after by whom? Audit committee will contain auditors, directors, shareholders. And the selection is done by whom? Appointment approval is given by whom? Ante without board selecting him, how can you appoint? Ante though you could not see with a direct eye on the act, selection is made by the directors, approval is given by shareholders. Clear or not? Without board selecting, how can you appoint? Okay, first point completed. Now you should give an answer. Come with a good answer now. Second issue. Okay, dividends. Final dividend, not interim, final. Dividends. Tell me, who will propose dividend? బూతులు చెప్పకండి అయ్యా అసలు చిన్న క్వశ్చన్స్కి. మీరు తప్పు చెప్పారా అని అనట్లా, నేను ఇంకోసారి అడిగితే కరెక్ట్గా చెప్పండి. హూ విల్ ప్రపోజ్ డివిడెండ్? అనుకోకుండా చెప్పిన కరెక్ట్గా చెప్పారు ఇందాక, నేను తప్పు చెప్పాను అనట్లా. ఐఎమ్ ఆస్కింగ్ ఎవ్రీ వన్ ప్లీజ్ ఆన్సర్. హూ విల్ ప్రపోజ్ డివిడెండ్స్? దట్ మీన్స్ ప్రపోజల్ టు పే ద డివిడెండ్ విల్ బి మేడ్ బై హూమ్? ఓకే, ప్రపోజల్ విల్ బి ఫైనల్. హూ విల్ అప్రూవ్? Again approval powers are given to shareholders. Now answer. Board didn't propose, can shareholders approve? Venatla cheppandaya. Board didn't propose, can shareholders approve? Board didn't propose, can shareholders approve? Can board give approval directly? Venatla malli randaya. Can board give approval directly? Can shareholders approve without board proposal? Ante one cannot retain without another. Like this, if you go on writing, every time initiative is taken by the board, approvals are given by shareholders. Who is more powerful? Adi. So that argument itself is an argument in vain. నేను ఏదో ఊరికే అడిగా, ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఎవరో ఒకరిని గెలిపించాలని చూశారు. So first point is no one will win that race. Both are equally powerful here in Companies Act. That doesn't tell like that. Now tell me. Now my next question. If both are having a same powers, a balancing level of powers, okay, tell me who is more powerful? Both are powerful. There is no inferiority and superiority comparison between the board and shareholders. Clear? That means company, okay, company is a balance which is managed between two equal parties. ఒకవేళ అది Even though if it is inclined to any one side, take it as a balanced balance. Okay, so see there, my point is board will sit here, shareholders will sit here. That means who is having the more power? Both are having the equal powers. That means company is an artificial person or a natural person? Answer. Car is an artificial person or natural person? Doubt వచ్చిందా? Artificial or natural? Yes, exactly. Company is a car, but very big car. Accommodation is lakhs. Okay, so observation on the situation clearly. There will be 4 wheels. Yes or no? Two wheels are. I repeat. Two wheels are. That means if vehicle is like this, for example, okay, some vehicle is there. Okay, board of directors front, shareholders back, like that I am not comparing. This is the board, this is shareholders. Are you understanding or not? If I tell this is board and this is shareholders, again you will come with a comparison. Front to board, back shareholders means more importance is given to board of directors. Not like that. So laterally and parallelly both run together to run an artificial entity called as a company. Company will run properly only if there is a proper balance between the left and right side. Okay, so this is how Companies Act is originally drafted. Now my question, if both are having the same kinds of powers, tell me what are the powers of shareholders and board of directors? Tell me a list at least. Some powers, whatever you remember on shareholder side, tell me. Voting, ఇద్దరు గురించి వదిలే, నేను షేర్ హోల్డర్ ఒకటే అడుగుతున్నా. షేర్ హోల్డర్ సమ్ పవర్స్. ఓటింగ్ ఇస్ ఎ జనరల్ టర్మ్. ఏంటి, దేనికి ఓటింగ్? సరే, ఓకే, ఓటింగ్. నెక్స్ట్ ఏంటమ్మా? రిమూవల్ ఆఫ్ డైరెక్టర్స్. అబ్బా రాడ్డా, వదిలే. రిమూవల్ ఆఫ్ డైరెక్టర్స్. నెక్స్ట్ రిసీవ్. అది రైట్. పవర్ ఎందుకు అవుతుంది? ఐ హ్యావ్ ఎ రైట్ టు రిసీవ్ నోట్. చెప్పండి. ఒక్క నిమిషం. ఎవరి పవర్ చెప్తున్నారు? షేర్ హోల్డర్స్ చెప్పండి. ఇప్పుడు అది నేను చెప్పాను ఎప్పుడైనా అది? ఓకే, వెరీ గుడ్. బుక్స్ ఆఫ్ అకౌంట్స్, వెరీ గుడ్. ఇన్స్పెక్షన్ అండ్ టేకింగ్ ఎక్స్ట్రాక్ట్స్. అర్థం కాల. కన్ను వెయ్యి ఈజిఎం. ఓకే, సరే, ఈజిఎం. ఎస్, దే హ్యావ్ ఎ పవర్. నెక్స్ట్ రెడ్యూస్. అసలు ఎక్స్ట్రీమ్ కేసు ఇది, రెడ్యూస్ డివిడెండ్ అనేది. సరే, నెక్స్ట్. అట్లీస్ట్ సమ్ ఆన్సర్ కేమ్. All general meetings they cannot call, only they can call EGM, already completed. AGM cannot be called by shareholders. AGM has to be called within time limits. If AGM is not called within time limits, section number 97 will get invoked. Tribunal will call. Sorry, IPCC adi. Appointment of auditors. Okay, you repeated what I said again. Next. Hey, last benches, why you are sitting silent? Tell me. Removal of auditor. Removal of auditor. Next. Removal of who? Next. Anna remove chesandi mottham. Appointment lo company lo. First to remove everyone. Next. నాన్ రాటిఫికేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఆడిటర్. ఏంటి ఆడిటర్ని బతకనివ్వరా? ఎవ్రీవన్ ఈస్ కౌంటరింగ్ ఆడిటర్స్, కౌంటర్ డైరెక్టర్స్, అట్లీస్ట్ విమెన్ డైరెక్టర్. వెరీ గుడ్. బైబ్యాక్ ఆఫ్ షేర్స్. బా, నేను మొదలు పెట్టారు అనుకో. క్రష్ ఎవ్రీవన్. సరే నెక్స్ట్ ఆఫ్టర్ బైబ్యాక్. ఆఫ్టర్ బైబ్యాక్ అయిపోయిందా? చచ్చిపోయారా షేర్ హోల్డర్స్ అందరూ ఇవి చేసేసి? ఆఫ్టర్ ఆల్ దిస్ పవర్ షేర్ హోల్డర్స్ డైడ్. టెల్ మీ వాట్ ఆర్ ద ఫర్దర్ పవర్స్? అరే 10 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 అట్లీస్ట్ 15 పవర్స్. సో మెనీ సెక్షన్స్ ఆర్ దేర్ ఇన్ కంపెనీస్ యాక్ట్. కండక్టింగ్ అనదర్ ఈజీఎం. ఒక ఈజీఎం అయిపోయింది. కండక్టింగ్ అనదర్ ఈజీఎం. హూ ఇస్ దట్? ఎవరయ్యా? మీరా? బాబా మాస్క్ తీవయ్యా కొంచెం. ఏం కాదులే నీకు నేను అడ్డుంటా. రీష్యూ. ఏ ఇష్యూ? రీష్యూ ఏ సెక్షన్లో ఉంది ఇది? నిజంగానే నాకు డౌట్ వచ్చింది. నేనేం చదవలేదు కంపెనీస్ యాక్ట్ అని. ఇష్యూ ఆఫ్ షేర్స్ ఓకే. ఇష్యూ కెన్ బి మేడ్ ఓన్లీ విత్ ది షేర్ హోల్డర్స్ అప్రూవల్. నెక్స్ట్ రీష్ అనే నాకు అర్థం కాల. ఏంటి ప్రాక్సీ? ఏంటి అపాయింట్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ ప్రాక్సీయా? అపాయింట్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ ప్రాక్సీ. నెక్స్ట్ ఏంటి మీకు ఐపీసీ ఎంతలా గుర్తుంది ఏంటి? రిడక్షన్ ఆఫ్ షేర్ క్యాపిటల్. చెప్పండి. యూటిలైజేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఫండ్స్ అసలు వాళ్ళకి సంబంధం లేదు. ఎవరు? హూ ఈజ్ దట్? టేక్ ఓవర్. ఏ సెక్షన్? ఏదో రాసుకోండి సరే, ఏదో సెక్షన్లో. ఏ సెక్షన్ అయితే ఏముంది? ఎక్కడ రాయండి. టేక్ ఓవర్ ఈజ్ ద ఆన్సర్, దట్స్ ఆల్. సో లైక్ దిస్ యు ఆర్ గివింగ్ ఎ లిస్ట్. ఎస్ ఆర్ నో? అయిపోయింది. నౌ లెట్ us కమ్ టు ద నెక్స్ట్ పార్ట్. సార్ అయిపోయాను సార్, ఇంకా ఇదంటే కనీసం ఏదో ఒకటి చదివాం, గుర్తున్నాయి. బోర్డ్ పవర్స్ ఐ డెంట్ రిమెంబర్. సో టెల్ మీ వాట్ బోర్డ్ కెన్ డూ. వీ నౌ సెడ్ వాట్ షేర్ హోల్డర్స్ కెన్ డూ. ఓన్లీ దీస్ షేర్ హోల్డర్స్ కెన్ డూ ఆర్ మెనీ అదర్స్ ఆర్ ఆల్సో దేర్? అరే ద లిస్ట్ కంటిన్యూస్ లైక్ దిస్. మెనీ థింగ్స్ దే కెన్ డూ. ఇన్ దట్ దీస్ ఆర్ సమ్ కరెక్ట్ ఆన్సర్స్. ఓకే, ఇందులో కొన్ని పులిహార్లు ఉన్నాయి, బట్ వీఆర్ డీకన్సిడరింగ్ దోస్. ఓకే, టు మేజర్ ఎక్స్టెంట్ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ఈస్ ద రైట్ ఆన్సర్. నౌ టెల్ మీ board powers, what board can do? Preliminary. Okay. ఎవరు చెప్పండి. ఏంటి ఏంటిది? డెసిషన్ మేకింగ్ తిరిగిలేని ఆన్సర్ ఇది. ఏ డెసిషన్ అయినా. సో విచ్ డెసిషన్ మేకింగ్. ఈ ఆన్సర్ ఎగ్జాక్ట్గా నువ్వు స్ట్రాటజిక్ మేనేజ్మెంట్లో చదువుంటావు. మేనేజ్మెంట్ విల్ టేక్ డెసిషన్స్ అని. సో సరే, ఎనీవే డెసిషన్ మేకింగ్ ఈజ్ ఎ మోర్ జనరల్ టర్మ్ అండ్ దిస్ ఈజ్ నాట్ ఎ కరెక్ట్ ఆన్సర్. రాదర్ నాట్ డెసిషన్ మేకింగ్. పవర్ టు కండక్ట్ జనరల్ మీటింగ్. నెక్స్ట్ అర్థం కదా? బోర్డ్ మీటింగ్ చెప్పేసి. కమిటీ మీటింగ్, బోర్డ్ మీటింగ్, కమిటీ మీటింగ్, క్రెడిటార్స్ మీటింగ్, కన్వీనింగ్ మీటింగ్స్, సిట్టింగ్ ఇన్ మీటింగ్, ఈటింగ్ ఇన్ మీటింగ్, మినిట్స్ ఇన్ మీటింగ్, మీటింగ్. నెక్స్ట్ అపాయింట్మెంట్ ఆఫ్ నెక్స్ట్ రిమూవల్ ఆఫ్ ఆర్డర్ చెప్పేయండి. నెక్స్ట్ అప్రూవల్ ఆఫ్ ఫినాన్షియల్ స్టేట్మెంట్స్ చెప్పండి. నెక్స్ట్ ఇప్పుడు వస్తారు, రెడీగా ఉంటారు మన వాళ్ళు. అప్రూవల్ ఆఫ్ ఫినాన్షియల్ స్టేట్మెంట్ అయిపోయింది. నెక్స్ట్ P&L, నెక్స్ట్ అప్రూవల్ ఆఫ్ బ్యాలెన్స్ షీట్, అప్రూవల్ ఆఫ్ క్యాష్, అవన్నీ అందులోనే ఉంటాయి. చెప్పకండి. ఏంటిది? రెమ్యూనరేషన్. ఓకే, ఆఫ్ ఆడిటర్స్. ఏంటది? సిఎస్ఆ రెమ్యూనరేషన్. సిఎస్ఆరా వేసావుగా నాకు. నెక్స్ట్ పెద్దన్న ఇంకా మనం చెప్పలేదన్న, అక్కడ దాకా రాలా. ఆల్టర్నేట్ డైరెక్టర్ ప్రొవిజన్ చెప్పు సరే. సరే ఓకే, ఆల్టర్నేట్ డైరెక్టర్ బారోయింగ్స్, ఆల్టరేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఎంఓఏ అండ్ ఏఓఏ. నెక్స్ట్ Kada? See here. Intentionally I ask you this question. Like this, the list continues. Why I ask this question is, see here. Whenever I tell the shareholders' powers are always derived from Companies Act. Board powers are always derived from MOA and AOA. Board powers are not from the Act. Board powers are from the MOA and AOA. Clear? Listen carefully. Let me explain. Sir, approval of financial statements is a power given in sections, sir. Approval of financial statements will be there also in MOA. You will not read total memorandum. In that one of the clause will be there. Other objects will be there in the memorandum. Main objects and other objects will be there or not. In the other objects they will give clearly. The board has a power to approve financial statements. Clear? Sir, anyway. Now look into the issue. Always remember one issue. Shareholders' powers are always derived from Companies Act. Board powers are derived from MOA and AOA. Means what? See here. If anyone asks you what are the powers of a shareholder, for example, you became shareholder in a company. Hello. And you asked a question to the company. As a shareholder, what are my powers? They should not give list like this. They should tell, go and check Companies Act. In that, wherever you find ordinary resolution, wherever you find special resolution, wherever you find approval of general meeting, wherever you see prior approval of shareholders, all these are your powers. Clear or not, everyone? Open Companies Act PDF, Control F, write ordinary resolution, enter. All those are your powers. Delete it, write special resolution, enter. Wherever it was spotted, all those sections are your powers. Delete that. Approval of general meeting, enter. Wherever that phrase comes, those are your powers. Backspace. Approval of general meeting, enter. All those are your powers. General meeting, enter. All those are your powers. అసలు ఏం చెప్పానో అర్థమైందా అందరికీ? Powers of the shareholders cannot be specified easily. Those are quantifiable powers. Board powers are non-quantifiable. What do you mean by quantifiable? Board powers are non-quantifiable. Shareholders powers are quantifiable. Quantifiable means, okay, these are all the powers of shareholders. Limited number I can tell because Companies Act is having a limited sections. Limited anna, takku section alla. Limited means unlimited. Act will be going on like an ocean. No, that means Act is having a beginning point and an ending point. Where it starts? Section 1. ఏంటి అసలు ఎక్కడ స్టార్ట్ అవుతుందని డౌట్ వచ్చిందా? ఎక్కడ స్టార్ట్ అవుతుంది? -3లో స్టార్ట్ అవుతుందా? Where the Act will start? Section 1. End with section number 470. That means wherever the shareholders' powers are, all these will be enshrined in any of these sections. Clear or not, everyone? That means wherever shareholders' powers are, all those are specified in the Act itself. Clear? But board powers are not like that. Board can do this అని మాత్రమే యాక్ట్ లో చెప్తాడు. బట్ బోర్డు షుడ్ డిరైవ్ దట్ పవర్ ఫ్రమ్ MOA. Board should derive that power from MOA and AOA. So this is more about logic. Let's try to understand clearly with some examples. See here. You are a shareholder. Participation must చెప్పని సెక్షన్స్ అని వెరైటీగా ఉంటాయి. Shareholders, you are a shareholder. You are a shareholder. You are a shareholder of TCS. You are a shareholder of Tata Motors. You are a shareholder of Tata Power. Okay, let's say one brand has three different types of conglomerate diversification. TCS is in which nature of business? Software. Tata Motors is in automobile. Tata Motors lo unda. Hey, automobile. Tata Power is in power sector or electricity. You can call it that way. See here. Everyone please answer. You are a shareholder. Let's say Venkatesh is a shareholder. బాబు వాల్మీకి అసలు రామాయణాన్ని లైవ్లో రాసేస్తున్నావు నువ్వు. వినవయ్యా బాబు, నీకు టైం ఇచ్చినప్పుడు ఎక్కించుకో. సాయి నిన్నే. అసలు నువ్వు వాల్మీకి, నువ్వు మామూలు వాల్మీకి కాదు నువ్వు. ఆయన అయిన తర్వాత రాశాడు, జరుగుతుంటే రాసేస్తున్నావు. వినవయ్యా బాబు ఒకసారి, దాని తర్వాత రాసేసుకో మొత్తం. నీకు కావాలంటే ఫోటోలు కూడా తీసుకో. నాపేవాడు ఎవడు? సో TCS is in software, Tata Motors is in automobile, Tata Power is in power and electricity sector. Clear? Let's see how it will be. Venkatesh is a shareholder of that 3 companies. Clear? Now you should answer. Dividend. Dividend means approval of dividend. Dividend means approval of dividend. Next, appointment of auditors. Appointment of auditors. And next one, approval for buyback. Approval for buyback. Now answer. Please see here. As a shareholder, do Mr. Venkatesh has in TCS software company has a power to approve the final dividend as a shareholder? As a shareholder, do he have power to approve the final dividend? Answer. As one of the shareholder of the company, do he have the power to do that or not? Yes. Next, I want to declare dividend in Tata Motors. He has a power. He is a shareholder in all the 3 companies. Do he have the power to do the same even in Tata Motors? Answer. Next here. Yes. As a shareholder of TCS, do he have a power to appoint auditors? As one of the shareholder, do he have a power to approve the auditor's appointment? Yes. And even here, buyback approval must and should they require the shareholders approval in many cases. ఒక్క కేసులో అక్కర్లా, మిగిలిన అన్ని కేసుల్లో కావాలి. Take the second case where it is required. If buyback is made by TCS, if buyback is made by TCS, can he get the power to approve that? Yes. Here. Now answer my question. Mr. Venkatesh is getting a power to approve dividend, approve appointment of auditors, and approve the buyback in software company, automobile company, power and electricity generating company, all the companies. Nature of 3 companies is same or different? Nature of 3 companies is same or different? Though nature of companies is different, companies act is same. For all the 3, only one act is applicable. What is that one act? Yes, because powers of Venkatesh are not derived from company. Powers of Venkatesh are derived from Companies Act. Hello. Now tell me, powers of Venkatesh are derived from? Powers of Venkatesh are derived from? Not from company. Board derive powers from company, not from Companies Act. Company to company, MOA will change. Clear? Power I have in one company can't be expected in another company. Clear? That means, now let's change the example. Now let us make him a board member. Okay? Now Venkatesh is a director of the board of 3 different companies. TCS, Tata Motors, Tata Power. This is in software, automobile, power or electricity. See here now. In this first company, TCS, shall I continue? In the first company called as TCS, Mr. Venkatesh want to carry on. Okay? Software by Next, he want to make second power sale of automobile unit. He want to become one of the person to approve that, and he want to take an approval of government funded power generation project in the board meeting. Now tell me, you should answer for all the three cases. Now participate and answer. Mr. Venkatesh is a director in how many companies? First is, second one is, third one is, he want to take software related decisions. In decisions, sir, software related decision. In TCS, can he take it? Answer. He want to take software related decision in Tata Motors. Cannot? Cannot. In Tata Power, he want to take the decision. Cannot? Cannot. Very good. And he want to take automobile related decisions. Clear? He want to take that automobile manufacturing unit, all these things in Tata Consultancy Services. Yes, sir? No? Very good. Here? And here? And lastly, power generation project related decisions he want to take. First case? First case. Second case? Third case? ఏమర్థమైంది రెండిటి కంపారిజన్లో? ఫ్రమ్ ద కంపారిజన్ ఆఫ్ బోత్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ వాట్ యు అండర్స్టాండ్? టెల్ మీ. TCS memorandum of association will contain software related contents or automobile related contents or power generation related contents. That means when Venkatesh sit in TCS, all his decisions should be related to memorandum of that company. Clear? That means Venkatesh as director of all the three companies, the powers of Mr. Venkatesh will be derived from Companies Act. Derive the powers from Companies Act. It is derived from company. Company what? Companies MOA and AOA. From there he will derive the powers. Everyone now understood the meaning of the sentence. Now tell me, powers of the shareholders are derived from? Is there a limit to the sections in Companies Act? Answer. Is there a limit to number of companies? Is there a limit to number of companies? Almost technically unlimited. That means if I take a new company, again my powers change. Take another company, powers change. Take another company, powers change. Take another company, powers change. That means my powers as a director change from one company to another company. Yes or no? You become shareholder of 1 lakh companies. In all 1 lakh companies, we have same powers. Dividend declaration, auditor approval of same. Endukante all the companies are following a same act called as a Companies Act. Now final conclusion before we start. What shareholders can do is taken from? What board can do is taken from? Company అనకండి, ఇంకా ఎగ్జాంపుల్ కోసం కంపెనీ అన్న MOA AOA. That means board derive power from. Very good. Now tell me, what is the relationship between company and the board of directors? Trustee and trustor or author and trustor? మీకు ట్రస్ట్ గురించి చెప్పానా? Trust, I didn't tell. Okay. Trustees are, board of directors will be trustees or agents or owners or management. What we will call as a, what is the relation between company and board of directors? Sir, whenever board can do something on behalf of company, there should be some existing relation between both of them. What relation you will attach to them? The relationship between company and board of directors should be like fish and water, but not like fisherman. Expect chesa. So the relationship between company and board of directors should be like principal and agent. Principal and now answer. What agent can do? Make general statement. General statement. What agent can do? What principal can do? What? Everyone is not in the class. Please awake. Shall I continue? Tell me once again. what agent can do, whatever, again, what agent can do. Now listen, what board can do? సరిగ్గా చెప్పట్లో ఫస్ట్ ఇచ్చారండి. వాట్ ఏజెంట్ క్యాన్ డూ, వాట్ బోర్డ్ క్యాన్ డూ, పర్ఫెక్ట్. వాట్ ఎవర్ ది చెప్పండి. వాట్ ఏజెంట్ క్యాన్ డూ, వాట్ ఎవర్ ప్రిన్సిపల్ క్యాన్ డూ, వాట్ బోర్డ్ క్యాన్ డూ. అదే సెక్షన్ 179(1). Board of directors of the company shall be entitled to exercise all such powers and to do all such acts and things as the company is authorized to exercise and do అన్నాడు వాడు. కంపెనీ ఏ పవర్స్ ఎక్సర్సైజ్ చేయగలదో, కంపెనీ ఏ పనులు అయితే చేయగలదో ఆ పనులన్నీ కంపెనీ బదులు బోర్డు చేయొచ్చు అంటున్నాడు వాడు. అది చెప్పడానికి ఇదంతా చెప్పింది. ఎవ్రీవన్ ఐడియా క్లియరా? Lawmaker will write with an intention and that intention was very clear. Let us start reading the bare act on the first part. First, take a half-minute time, read the first statement. You read yourself, you need not read out. Completed? Tell me. Company exercise some powers. Company exercises some powers. Company can do some acts and things. Some acts and company is an artificial person or a natural person? Very good. Company is a artificial person. Company can do company can exercise some powers. Company can do some things. But company is then who has to do on behalf of company? Who has to do on behalf of company? Board of directors has to do the same. Clear? What company can do? అందుకే యాక్ట్ సైగా చదవకపోతే ఎగిరిపోతారని చెప్పండి. అందుకే సార్, in this entire statement made, what is the most important word? Entitled. Read. What is this? మీరు చెప్పకపోతేనే అదే చెప్తూ ఉంటాయి ఈరోజు అంతా 2 గంటలు. నాకేం పెద్ద తేడా ఉండదు. ఫస్ట్ ఏంటి? shall be entitled to all entitled such powers. Which powers? Powers given by MOA. Powers given by MOA. Such powers and A powers it depends on the company. Clear? Those powers are derived from MOA, OA. Clear? So therefore, now answer my question. What board can do? Whatever company can do. What company can do? What board can do? దూకే కిటికీ ఓపెన్ చేసి బయటికి. What board can do? What company can do? Whatever is there in the MOA or AOA. Now answer my question. What board can do? అందరు చెప్పట్లా? What board can do? What company can do? whatever is there in the MOA, AOA, what board can do? Whatever is there in MOA, AOA. A equal to B, B equal to C, C equal to A, or A equal to C. Same thing, what board can do? Whatever company can. What company can do? Whatever is there in the MOA and AOA. Now indirectly what board can do? Whatever is contained in MOA and AOA. If a board does anything extraneous to the contents of MOA, that's called as ultra vires the memorandum, IPCC. There is a case law, Ashbury Railway Carriage Company versus Ritchie, Lakshmana Swamy Mudaliar versus LIC, Kotla Venkata Swamy versus Chintaramurthy, Port Darwin Gold Mining Company, Ile versus Positive Government Life Assurance Company Limited. All these cases are on ultra vires transactions, IPCC. Okay, sorry. Anyway, one thing we need to understand here, company, if it can be entitled through its memorandum to do anything, those things are done by their agents called as board. Clear or not? This is a relation between company and the board. If you understand that relation, statement makes some meaning. Okay, now everyone tell me, company can exercise such power. Company can exercise, company can do acts and things. Company can exercise powers. Company can do acts and things. On behalf of company, these powers are exercised by and these acts are done by whom? That's what the first statement. Sir, clear or not everyone? For the last time, please read the statement once. Everyone in the class start. The board of directors of a company shall be entitled to exercise such powers and to do all such acts and things as the company is who authorized company? MOA and AOA. That's an integral part of this entire topics. MOA, AOA is the fuel if this is a vehicle. That much important it is. Okay, sorry. Anyway, everyone understood the statement number 1 properly? Now listen carefully, or else you can't understand this section in the correct meaning. Please see the board once. Everyone stop writing, suspend doing all the other creativity things. See here, it sounds out. Sorry. Section 179 subsection 1 and subsection 2 along with these 2 provisos, they drafted in this way. Have a look please everyone. (179) subsection 1 took the board of directors to the epitome, to the highest level. What board can do? Whatever company can do, board can do that అన్నాడు. అంటే they are as equal to company. Who? ఎలా డ్రాఫ్ట్ చేశాడో చెప్తున్నాను ఒకసారి అక్కడ చూడండి సార్. 179(1) took the board of directors to a paramount level, saying that almost whatever company can do, that can be done by board of directors, both are same అన్నట్టు ఉంది. That means company means board, board means company. Clear? ఒక్క తోపు తోసాడు కిందకి, board fell down. Okay, immediately they pushed them, board fell down. 1 level below the first sentence, first proviso start. First proviso they said that board equal to company, first one. Board equal to, immediately they said that board, don't get overconfident. However, when exercising the powers and doing the acts, you are subjected to Act, memorandum, articles, resolution of general meeting, board meeting, they said. అంటే నీ ఇష్టం వచ్చినట్టుగా నువ్వు ఎక్సర్సైజ్ చేయడానికి లేదు. కంపెనీ నువ్వు ఒకటంటే నీ ఇష్టం వచ్చినట్టు చేయమని కాదు. సబ్జెక్టెడ్ టు దీస్ థింగ్స్ యూ నీడ్ టు డూ. దట్ మీన్స్ ఐ సెడ్ యూ ఆర్ యాజ్ గుడ్ యాజ్ అ కంపెనీ. దట్ డజంట్ మీన్ దట్ యూ కెన్ డూ వాట్ ఎవర్ యూ వాంట్. యూ షుడ్ బి సబ్జెక్టెడ్ టు 5 things. హౌ మెనీ? Those are said in first proviso. Okay, don't read. First understand how the this particular section was structured. Next, ఇంకొక తోపు దోశాడు. ఈ పై నుంచి ఇక్కడ పడ్డవాడు ఇప్పుడు ఇక్కడికి వచ్చి పడ్డాడు. They said that board యూ కెనాట్ డూ సమ్ థింగ్స్. అదేంటి ఫస్ట్ అన్నీ చేయొచ్చు అన్నావు, రెండోదేమో దీనికి తగ్గట్టుగా చేయాలంటున్నావు, మూడోదేమో చెయ్యొద్దు అంటున్నావు. సో వాట్ యూ కెనాట్ డూ, సీ హియర్. కంపెనీ మీన్స్ హౌ మెనీ పార్ట్స్ ఆర్ దేర్ ఇన్ ఎ కంపెనీ? షేర్ హోల్డర్స్, బోర్డ్. షేర్ హోల్డర్స్, ఆర్ యూ లిసనింగ్ ఎవ్రీవన్? ఓకే, 1 second. Point is, what board can do means whatever company can do, that can be done by the board of directors. Statement 1. Second one, you are subjected to 5 things. Third one, you are telling you can't do certain things. Why I can't do certain things and what are those things is a question now. Now answer my question clearly. Company means what? How many portions are there in a company? 2. First one, board. Second one, first one, second one. That means what company can do that can be done by board of directors means board may take a wrong interpretation. I can do what shareholders can do. Vinatla sorry. If you don't make a correct explanation, what board can do means whatever company can do. Whatever. In company there are 2 important organs. Number 1, board. Number 2, if you don't tell properly, how board will feel? I can do whatever company can do. In company, shareholders are there. Shareholders can do certain things. That means I can also do what shareholders can do. Like that they may make a wrong interpretation or not. Second proviso says that board don't touch the powers of general meeting. అంటే ఏంటి? షేర్ హోల్డర్స్ చేసే దాంట్లో నీ ఓవర్ యాక్షన్ వద్దు అంటున్నాడు. కంపెనీ ఏం చేయగలిగితే నువ్వు చేయొచ్చు అన్నాను కదా అని షేర్ హోల్డర్స్ చేసేది కూడా నువ్వు చేస్తానేమో వద్దు. షేర్ హోల్డర్స్ చేసేది షేర్ హోల్డర్సే చేయాలి, నువ్వు చేసేది నువ్వు మాత్రమే చేయాలి. బోత్ ఆర్ నాన్ ఎక్స్చేంజబుల్ పవర్స్. డివిడెండ్ నువ్వు ప్రపోజ్ చేయి, వాడు అప్రూవ్ చేస్తాడు. అకౌంట్స్ నువ్వు ప్రపోజ్ చేయి, వాడు అప్రూవ్ చేస్తాడు. ఆడిటర్స్ నువ్వు సెలెక్ట్ చేయి, వాడు అపాయింట్ చేస్తాడు. సెలెక్షన్ పవర్స్ ఆర్ రిజర్వ్డ్ విత్ యూ, approval powers are reserved with them. Clear everyone? Chappan sir. First level, what board can do, what our company can do. Second, below level, what they said? Second level, what they said? Subjected to 5 things, your powers are subjected. And third one, board cannot do certain things. Clear everyone? Now I am giving you 2 minutes time. Read first subsection and 2 provisos first. Take time. Read it properly. Please read, don't waste time. Please. Read subsection number 1, first proviso and second proviso. You should tell what are the 5 things that the board powers are subjected to. Completed? Tell me now. Everyone completed reading? Answer. First sentence, if you can observe, what board can do? Now tell me, what is the sentence that they used? What the sentence they used in the Bayrak? The board of directors shall be entitled to exercise all such powers and to do all such acts and things as who can do? Company can exercise and do. Clear? Second one, while exercising the powers, while doing the acts, they shall be subjected to 5 things. First, Act. Second one, MOA. Third one, AOA. Fourth one, resolution not inconsistent therewith and duly made thereunder, including resolutions passed by company in general meeting అన్నాడు. Yes or no? Sir, resolution not inconsistent therewith duly made thereunder means resolutions in a board meeting. But meaning of that phrase we can understand once we complete other sections of board. So as of now, remember resolution of the board. Resolution of the, I repeat once again, see the Bayrak. While exercising such power or doing such act or thing, the board shall be subjected to the provisions contained in this behalf in this act or memorandum or articles or resolution passed by general meeting or board. Like that you can read. Clear or not, everyone? Resolution not inconsistent therewith duly made thereunder means we can understand that meaning when we come to other sections. Okay. So as of now, remember resolution passed by the board. Resolution passed by the board. Okay. Now answer my question, everyone. First, what board can do? Don't tell what company can do. Don't tell that. Tell me the act, what it said. The board of directors shall be entitled to exercise or power, entitled to exercise all such powers or to do all such acts and things as who can do? Company can do. As who can do? While exercising the powers, while doing the acts or things, they shall be subjected to how many things, sir? Everyone. 5 things are eventavi. Act, MOA, AOA, resolutions in general meeting, resolutions of the board. Don't tell resolution in board meeting. Board can take decisions either in RBC or even board meeting. Don't tell board meeting. Board anta అయిపోయింది. Clear? Please. ఏమనుకోకుండా ఇంకోసారి రిపీట్ చేయండి. Everyone, repeat once again. What board can do? Board is entitled to exercise all such powers to do all such acts and things as the company is authorized to exercise and do. While exercising the powers, while doing the acts, they are subjected to how many things? Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, resolution in, next one, resolution of, beautiful, that's all. That's the idea behind. Everyone understood? Same thing. First sentence cheppanu sorry. The first sentence. The board of directors of a company, the board of directors of a company shall కాకుండా shall పక్కన not పెట్టండి. Shall not be entitled to exercise such powers, shall not do such acts or things which should be directed to be done by general meeting. Are you clear or not? That is second proviso. Please read. Who should do that? General meeting. Okay, who should do that? Who should do that here? General meeting. So, general meeting, general meeting and shareholders say, general meeting directors under. So, who should do that? General meeting has to do. Who should do that? General meeting has to exercise the power, or general meeting has to do that act or thing. Am I clear? Who said that general meeting has to do that act or a thing? It can be said either by the actor or by the MOA or by the AOA. That means act said this should be done by general meeting. AOA said that it should be done by general meeting. MOA said that it should be done by general meeting. Those cannot be done by whom? That's all, answer completed. Everyone had the clarity? Take a minute time. Fastly revise all those things. All the 3 points. Put a last revision on that. Then we'll be going into the next area. Second subsection of section 179.